Hi, this is James with the RPG channel. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, so just wanted to do kind of a quick update. I have released the first real preview for Devil's Crossroad 2nd Edition. It's on drivethrurpg.com, links in the description. And so what I wanted to do with this preview basically was, this isn't a demo, this isn't gonna be a quick start or anything like that. Really, I just wanted to more or less explain what direction that the game was going in the new edition. So I've tried to be very, very honest about what the preview is and what it's not from the beginning. And essentially what it is I spend a good deal of time, it's only 6 pages so it can't be that good, but talking about where I saw the game going, like why I came out with a 2nd edition, and what you could expect from the new edition. And then I briefly went over the very, very core rules of the game, which are still the same as they were from 1st edition. And I also spent some time explaining the differences. So, if you've been following my channel or paying attention to the game or anything like that, you might have noticed that over the past few months there were a couple of other things that went up instead. While I was talking about the 2nd edition stuff, the first thing was a very early character sheet that was only up there for a little bit, and then I took that down, and then for several months, actually, until just a week or so ago, there was another 2nd edition preview that is no longer available. And what happened with that was, this whole 2nd edition thing started when I decided I wanted to revise the game. I thought there were some little formatting things that needed to be taken care of, and basically just cleaned up a little bit. And that's what I wanted to do, that's what I started out to do about a year or so ago. And as soon as I took the game apart and started messing around with it and stuff, it became difficult to work within the system because there were some problems with the system. I will be the first to admit that. And I first started noticing this, it became really, really apparent whenever I was trying to write supplements for the game and I was having to write around certain rules or certain conventions of the game, and it just made it not very much fun. So I didn't think that was fair of me. If I didn't have fun writing for the game, how could I expect other people to have fun playing the game? So I wanted to clean it up some. And when I started trying to do that, the task just started becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. At one point, I decided to scrap the game pretty much entirely and go to a dice pool system instead. That's what that character sheet that's no longer available was for the dice pool version of the game. And then, after putting that together, I'm going to walk around so the lights come back on. Okay. After I did a fair amount of work on that, I had another problem with that, and it actually wasn't until I spoke to my friend Michelle, and she and I went over the rules a little bit and talked about it, and she really helped me refocus and look at the game again and see what all I could do with it, because it was getting really, really frustrating, and therefore while I was even considering just quitting entirely. But Michelle came in and told me about some games that I hadn't been exposed to before, how they did things. It was a new perspective, and it was nice. I'm really, really happy that she got involved in this. So then I put the 2nd edition preview together using the rules that Michelle and I came up with, and tried to explain the changes to the rules that she and I had made. And then I kept working with it, and in the middle of all this, I ended up going to the Navy, and just a few months just disappeared. I'm still kind of recovering from that. But now that I'm back and I can work on it again, I've cleaned up some things again, and the second edition preview that was up really didn't represent the game as it was anymore. Like at this time, I had new artwork from Ghastly, which is amazing, and I didn't feel like that preview really represented the game that was coming out, so I took it down. And last night, I uploaded the new preview, and I'm going to do 3 previews like this before the first game, or before the actual game comes out. This first one just introduces the rules, talks about why I came out with a second edition. The next preview, which I'm going to come out with next month, talks about the character creation process and the different types of characters you can make in the new Devil's Crossroad. And the last one is going to go more in depth about combat and give you a closer look at the system itself. And amidst all this, I'm including excerpts from the Burning Plains setting, because that is going to be the core setting that I use when I'm writing adventures and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to assume that stuff takes place in the Burning Plains, but try to leave it open enough that, you know, you're not stuck there if that's not where you want to play at. So, second edition preview is up. It is good to be back in the kind of real world again and making videos. So, I'm up to about 7 minutes now, so I'm going to end it with that. Thank you very much for watching the RPG channel, and if you haven't already, check out the Devil's Crossroad Facebook page. You can just type in Devil's Crossroad on Facebook and it'll take you there. So, thank you for watching the RPG channel, and I will talk to you later.